Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's hand stamped, hand coloured, hand glittered and everything. So I'm going to walk you through the entire process of it today. But I'm going to use today as an opportunity to have a little chitter-chatter while I'm doing it. So I wanted a particular kind of project for you. So this uses the Butterfly Brilliance, which is, you can actually get it even though it's not out in the catalogue until the 4th of May, which is next Tuesday. You can get it now and you can get the dies to go with it. I'm just using the stamps today. So before I start chattering about everything, let me get myself all prepared. So I've got the biggest block because this is one big stamp set and we have one big die to match. However, many of my colleagues overseas, they have bought themselves a second stamp set and they've actually cut it apart. So they've got 6 single stamps. So they've got 2 stamp sets. One is the big full thing like this and another one with 6 individual ones. Genius, genius, those folk. Okay, I have my piece of paper. It's 8 by 11 inches, 20 by 28.5 centimetres. This is Blushing Bride and I'm going to work it with Polished Pink. This one was the new Fresh Freesia with Blackberry Bliss, which is the colour that's stamped on here. And you can see I've colour bled it all over. So I'm going to do the same, and I have not yet tested this with Polished Pink, but it's our lovely, lovely new colour. So I'm going to lay down all of the stamps. I'm going to get one kind of slap bang in the middle and then fit everything else around that. And I'm coming in at an angle. So, yes, so I wanted today as an opportunity to just chatter about lots of things. So we're on a Friday project today and I mentioned on Monday, do you subscribe to my channel? If you don't, please do. And I said it again on Wednesday and said because I was trying to reach a milestone of 100,000 subscribers. And I'm one of these people. I set little goals for all sorts and everything I'm not going to say in my life in general, but in my working life, I have lots of goals for all sorts of things. So hitting certain sales figures, doing certain achievements that I've personally met. And so I work closely with my 2 older sons, my eldest one in particular, in regards to YouTube and my social media. They're far more savvy than I am. And we have a family goal that we're working towards. So I thought I would share that with you. Let me put that one there. But also, this is the perfect kind of project for me to make and chatter away about other things. So, as you know, 4th of May is when our annual catalogue goes live. But we've also got a special joining offer that starts that day. And it costs £99 to join, and you can choose anything you like in normal circumstances up to £130. But for the month of May only, for your £99 you can actually choose £154 worth of product. Yes, I know that's a really random number, and in euros it's even more random. It's 129 euros is the cost to join, and you get to choose, I hope I'm getting this right, 207 euros worth of product of your choice. No strings. And yeah, it's a good time to do it. So I've just cleaned up my block because that's huge, and the potential for me to stick my hand in it and get very inky was also quite high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to score this, and then I'm going to do my Wink of Stella work. So, as I said before, I gave you the measurements in advance of the sizing of it. Don't worry about writing anything down. Just click open the description bar and you will see all of my instructions there, links and things. They're all in the description bar below. So, on the long side, score at 1.5 inches, 5 1/4, 6 3/4, and 10.5 inches. And in metric that's 4, 13.5, 17.5 and 27. And then on the short side, score it at 1.5, 6.5, and then the final one you're going to turn it over and score at 7.5. So in metric that's 4, 16.5, turn it over and at 19. Okay, so that finishes up at 1.5 by 3 3/4 by 5 inches to that point. Obviously, yes, you can get a little bit more in there, but to this scored line here. And in metric 4, 9.5, 12.5 to that point. Okay, so I'm going to burnish this up before I start doing anything with Wink of Stella. And once I've got it scored, I know where I'm working. And that was the one we did the wrong way around. So there we go. Okay, so this part here, we've got a thin bit, and we've got, if I turn it around that way, you'll see it. We've got a thin bit, a wide bit, narrow, wide, narrow. This bit here is going to be the back. So it's this section here where we've got wider and wider either side of it. So it's that bit there, and I'm going to work on that with Wink of Stella. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm not sure how much you're going to see with the reflection on camera, but Wink of Stella is a wonderfully magical liquid that allows you to make sparkly stuff. That's so technical, isn't it? It lets you move the ink around a little bit, particularly with the darker inks. And oh, Fauna's trying to launch up the back of the chair. I've just dripped a bit there, but it just tints it a little bit. I don't know if you can see the difference. Obviously on this one you can see much better, and it's shimmery. And so I'm just working on these ones here that will be on the front panel. You could take the time and do all of them. But I also feel that the ones that are just at the front mean that they're the focal point. So, anyway, so as I was saying before, yes, we've got a joining offer. I joined in a joining offer that was not dissimilar. Mine was £160 for your £99. And it was the best thing I ever did. I had my 8th anniversary. Hello, Fauna. I had my 8th anniversary at the end of March. 8 years. I have loved every minute of it. And yeah, the best thing I've ever done. There's no obligation once you choose to join, but there are a million opportunities. Little kitten head on camera. But there are so many opportunities for you, so just reach out to me, send me a message and say, hi Sam, can we chat more about joining? And that has glittered those up. So I'm going to zoom out. You can see literally she is right here wanting to be in it all. Aren't you, little girl? Very pretty little thing. Right, so obviously I've got it already burnished. That we know is the top. And so over here, I'm going to take a tiny little bit off the top. There's a thin, skinny rectangle there. I'm going to go and play with that bit. Cut that. Really? Come on, off you go, off you go, off you go. Oh no, she bit me then. She didn't like being told. So I've just separated those. I don't know how much on camera they were. So just separated those, and then I'm going to seal this up. And this is like a very tall milk carton style. So that's the back, folding 2 sides and the back, and I'm going to run some tape along here. She's now playing with something on the floor behind me. And then oh, I forgot to put in little score lines. Oh, and they're written down on my measurement. Oh no, I haven't even written them down. That's why I forgot to do them. Just push very gently in at the sides. and you will get that effect, because obviously there is a score line there, so that's where your resistance is going to be. It's not going to go any further. And then you need a hole punch with some oomph, because we're going through 4 layers of cardstock on one side and 5 on the side where the seam is, which, oh, here's the side with 5 layers of cardstock. And then I'm going to get my beautiful polished pink ribbon and pop that up. She probably wants to come and play with the ribbon again, obviously. She's already stolen it off my shelf. On my shelf I have a, oh, I want to say it's called a Mosslander. It's from IKEA. It's actually a picture rail. It sits on the shelf in front of me, and and the ribbons sit at that angle, all in a long line. And yes, I left some, and she legged it with it. If you want to resist, you don't need to play with it. Got a million other things you could play with. So there we go. And so I don't think this, oh, I haven't put my rhinestones on. Here they are, right in front of me, in colour rhinestones. So the in colours, we've got the 5 new colours, and we've got matching ribbons and these gems in the 5 colours of, no, polished pink, pale papaya, evening evergreen, fresh freesia, and soft succulent. And this little lady. So I'm not sure that the colour bleeding of the polished pink shows up as well as the colour bleeding of Blackberry Bliss, but I think they're still rather lovely nevertheless. And yeah, gorgeous. So anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope to speak to you very soon. Bye.